Me and MC went way back to 2013 and 2014 to listen to PARTYNEXTDOOR's first two projects to find out if they still hold up in 2025 on the latest episode of ThrowBLKs. What's going on, MC?
Not too much. That was a great YouTube intro there.
That's, I'm trying to do my Mr. Beast.
Trying to find the meta.
I'm trying to find the new YouTube meta. And, thank you for everybody who's watching on YouTube. YouTube is the platform that we're going to start trying to really just hammer home and just do really well on. That's like our goal for this year in terms of just everything we're trying to do. But we also want to thank our patrons and everyone that listens in, as well as our YouTube viewers and subscribers and commenters. You guys make it so that we can do this every single week. And we're going to have a lot of really cool changes coming up in the next couple of weeks on the BlkPrint YouTube, as well as on our Patreon and everything like that. So, new episode of ThrowBLKs. If you haven't heard the latest episode of Don't Steal This Podcast, make sure you listen to that as well. Really, really cool episode. I believe our good pal Pafif will be back next week. Okay. So we'll have him back on. We're going to do our HBO ranking. Okay. Our tier list. So it's actually finally going to happen. So make sure you tune into that next week on the show. But last month we did the Rich Gang the Tour.
Most successful ThrowBLKs in the time that we uploaded it. I think most successful ThrowBLKs. And I'm very happy about that.
I'm glad because Barter 6 anniversary is next month. If you motherfuckers want me to get real emotional in this bitch,
that's 10 already. Damn,
I could get real emotional in this bitch about Barter 6. If that's what y'all really want me to do, let us know in the comments. Let us know on our Patreon. Let us know. Just hit me up, text me, mention me. Follow me on that shitty ass X app at OGJohnny5. Follow him at my name is MC.
We're gonna do
my man MC. I'm tripping.
We're gonna do Instagram handles. We're gonna do Instagram handles.
We're
gonna swap X out. We're gonna swap X out. We've had X up, with our names right here on the side for the past couple of months. We usually keep it when it was Twitter. We're gonna do Instagram handles this time. It feels a lot more homely.
Let's get off of X, man. I scrolled down today. I saw an ad from a black dude that said that black privilege exists. And I was like, what type of ad is this, man? It's literally porn. It's Nazi shit. I'm just like, I'm straight on X altogether. I'm straight on. It's literally, like I said a couple months ago, it is the Dave Chappelle internet skit. Like, literally, it's literally what it is now. It used to not be that. Now it definitely is. But before we really hop into just in general PARTYNEXTDOOR and everything, like where the fuck were we at in 2013? I will say this in 2013, probably I had just started writing for Complex at that time. I just started for Complex. I was working like 2-3 jobs. I was hustling in Virginia back then. So like it was a completely different vibe back then.
I'm 6 months removed from graduating FAU. So yeah, I'm trying to navigate a lot of things right now.
You still had the Roscoe Dash, Travis Porter cut.
Did I have the faux hawk?
Let's talk about the fashions. The fashions back then was... LeBron was
a lot of Atlanta.
LeBron was on the Heat. Yeah. So niggas was rocking them South Beaches still. They was rocking them LeBron. I think he was up to the 8s at that point, the 7s or 8s at that point.
Should be 11s or 12s around that. Or was it 8s?
I think it was the 8s.
Was it 8s?
Yeah, I think it was the 8s, right?
Yeah, 2012, 2013. It's probably like around like 9s or so. I couldn't get the South Beaches, unfortunately. I was not one of the privileged out in South Florida to be able to get that. I had to settle for the playoffs.
2010. So you might be right. It might be 11s.
Yeah.
It was the 11s.
Okay.
Those were like the Halo Master Chief shoes. Those were like huge shoes. But like
the ones that Don Kennedy shot a promo on?
Yeah, the ones. The fashions then, niggas was still rocking well, actually at that point we were getting into the Rich Homie, and shout out to Rich Homie Quan, rest in peace Rich Homie Quan. Again, we go right back to where we were at a month ago.
Yep.
All of our ThrowBLKs all connect in some way, shape, or form.
That's how we sew it in, tie it in.
Exactly. They was doing the blend brush. We was doing that. Niggas was wearing extremely tight jeans.
Yeah, I was definitely on my skin. Well, actually, was I on skinnies in 2012, 2013? I'm pretty sure I was still on skinnies around that time.
It was niggas wearing Balenciaga shoes for no reason. At least back where I was, they was wearing Balenciagas for no reason.
What about the Taylor gangs in Virginia? You were wearing cargo shorts?
We was wearing cargo shorts then, but that was more like a 2012, 2010, 2011. Now that was a 2010, 2011 thing.
Yeah.
It was the cargo shorts with the Chucks, with the AF1s, with the Uptowns.
I couldn't do Chucks. My feet are too flat.
Yeah, you got some sluggers, bro.
Come on.
You got the Doug Funnies.
Can you see them? Not to show my feet for free.
You really still think you in Florida because it is 50 degrees in California right now, and you are wearing slides,
socks and slides.
Literally, nobody's doing that right now.
Socks and slides across the country. I don't care where I'm at.
You really in Florida? You only wear shoes when you going out.
Like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I honestly think you probably never see me in sneakers unless we're actually going out to an event or we're going to Wally's house or we're going somewhere. It's everywhere else, socks and slides.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So, I'm pretty sure your fashion was either that or socks with no shoes on.
Socks with no shoes? Nah. Socks with no shoes, never ever. I'm just gonna tear up my feet.
Yeah, right. I know Florida niggas don't wear.
I swear to God, I'll do slides no socks before sneakers no socks.
That's what I mean. Like slides no socks.
Slides no socks. Slides no socks. I mean, when you're feeling cozy,
that's crazy.
It's cozy.
It's crazy. But the fashions back then were insane. And again, we're branching off, like you said, from Atlanta and everything. It's like, my life was completely different. We was doing a whole bunch of shit back then. Like we was really just out there trying to be what we saw on TV at that point. Mm-hmm. And we had the super skinny jeans. We niggas was wearing designer. This is when designer was kind of like really popping off. Like
that futuristic Atlanta
shit. I had a Gucci hoodie. I had a whole bunch of crazy shit.
You listen to your Tracy T, your swagger right check.
Of course, bro. Of course. And of course, what were the top of that time? It was Cole, it was Kendrick, it was Drake, it was Wale, it was a whole bunch of people at that time. I think the most diverse selection of music ever at that time. I look at what we have right now and I'm like, fuck, man, we really had it good 10 years ago.
Well, even most importantly, I think people weren't afraid to just be fans back then. It could come with the youth. It could come with the youth. We're a little bit older, so now we're looking at things in a little bit of a different lens. But even at our age right now, I'm not afraid to be a fan of anything that I listen to. I'm not approaching things from a perspective of pulling down the graph, showing all the stats, this and that. A lot of that online deters a lot of people from talking music online, first and foremost.
To be clear, that was happening. Yeah. It was still happening. Yeah. But not to the level that you see now where like people, they're tapped into chart data at 8 a.m. every Monday, trying to figure out what was number one. And they're on chart data on Sunday, trying to figure out what's coming up. They're seeing what points, who's getting points this week, who's up plus 258. Like that shit wasn't around.
That used to just be a TV thing, right? It used to be a lot of TV heads would just be like, well, yeah, my favorite TV show is da-da-da-da-da. It got a 0.92.
But I mean, to be fair, I'm not even going to leave myself out of this conversation. Like I used to do a SoundScan report back in the day on my blog. I used to do a SoundScan report and like I was one of the people, and shout out to A+, he would send me the PDF of what the Nielsen was, of what the SoundScan was, and I used to get those reports, and it was really awesome to kind of see.
Just a pure black and white joint, right? No fancy shit. It was just all not Times New Roman text. It was like that Unicode text, like that Unicode. Basic text, and you would just throw that bitch up. And super old back then.
Yeah, and I would throw them up. I say, hey, like. Because I used to be really good at predicting the shit, so like it was like really cool to really be tapped into that moment, but also see who was coming up. Because I mean, a lot of that was kind of bordered on radio play at the time. Just before streaming, now streaming kind of. The chart is crazy now.
Yeah, a lot more physical sales too. I would say even in 2012, 2013.
Yeah, and what was still big then, and what is still kind of what leads us to where we're at today with PND. Was the mixtape, was the EP, as we will. And as we get into Party Next Door Part 1, the year is 2013. Drake is on the Nothing Was the Same run. It's around July-ish of that time.
He's getting ready for it. Started from the bottom, was definitely cooking up around that within that summer.
It was after the Grammy, right? I believe.
Nothing Was the Same. Yeah, a little bit after the Grammys, and Nothing Was the Same came out September. What was it? 18?
Yeah, it was.
17?
It was like the end of the year. But in between that, a new artist that we had never even really heard of before at that time. Like he was somebody who, again, from Mississauga, Canada. You know what I'm saying? Jaron Anthony Braithwaite. I'm fucking his name up.
Jamaicans would be pissed.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Party, if you're listening, we're sorry.
My bad, bro.
Party, if you're listening. I know Party's listening right now. We're sorry, bro.
It's important to remember and to distinguish this project as being an EP because his second project would actually be an album. Yeah. And from there on, it would be album. So we had actually heard Party Next Door as a writer, as a producer before. He was on MySpace. He was he was someone who, again, dropped out of secondary school. And secondary school is like what, high school in Canada? I guess it's like they're 9 through 12, I guess.
They may start like 6th grade and go up to 12.
Yeah.
I know that's how it would be in certain parts of the country. Some parts of the country don't have middle schools. Well, obviously in the United States. In Canada, it might be a little bit different.
Right.
But dropped out, moved to Los Angeles. To try and do his music career, try to blow up, become a star.
And again, he links up with Drake. And again, the thing with Drake is like, it's crazy because we had Weeknd first.
Mm-hmm.
And then Weeknd, it was like that weird like moment where Weeknd just kind of said, oh, nope, I'm going to sign to Universal on my own.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do my own thing.
I'm going to be my own man.
Yeah. And then Drake was kind of left with like kind of no artists. You know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, we start seeing, I think the first time I'd seen, and this is probably like, honestly, Drake probably helped put this through, but I saw Make a Mill on the
OVO Sound
blog. Yeah, the blog. And, you know, he would drop Lucy's Wus Good, Curious came out after that. And everyone was like, yo, who is this guy?
Yep.
Like, what? And again, I was saying this before the show, like the Mysterious era was something crazy because we still ain't even really seen Weeknd whole body yet at this point. Like, we ain't really seen much of him, you know, in general. And then we seen even less of Party Next Door at that point.
And you want to talk about the similarities. Party ends up moving to LA, ends up writing records for people that don't make its way. I think he ended up having a song that he wrote for Justin Bieber around that time where he had Boyfriend out, so on and so. It didn't make any albums. He has an entire collection of songs that he wrote that did not make any projects, but they were, when Party blew up, it ended up becoming the quote-unquote Jar on B collection. You could find that online. Our patrons will be able to find ways to listen to that as well. We won't give out those
wink
those specific details before we get boomed.
Or our patrons may know it and they're reminiscing just like we are today.
Exactly. But just like The Weeknd, he also had a little bit of a pre-moment where he had records that were not really blowing up on the internet. I was surprised that MySpace was something that Party frequented at that time. A little bit younger than us. So I was like, oh, he got the last like few remnants of the real MySpace era before things started moving into Facebook, before things started moving into own personal blogs where you would host your music. So that was a little bit surprising to me. But how have you felt about the connection between the names of The Weeknd and Party literally since their inception? Weeknd being in 2011, we didn't get Party until 2 years later, but now 12 years later within their careers, it always feels like whenever they drop, their names are synonymous with each other now.
They are, and I think there's some sort of, which is unfair because I feel like they're going for two different things. I think that Weeknd is always very much kind of leveled himself out from the traditional R&B sense. He's never really like Party's. He's into New Jack Swing and he's into like the old Total and Mista and all, like, you know what I'm saying, the Static Major stuff. Like that was kind of, he always calls that back. Even on Sexy Songs for You, he's calling back, you know, New Jack Swing and Greedy is one of the. I'm like, this is New Jack Swing. This is Mista right here. This is Static Major.
It's funny because you just reminded me when we usually do our throwbacks, we do a little bit of research. We read our interviews, we take a look at videos, we can look at what's on there with the artist so that we can actually talk on the pod. I was reading his most recent Billboard interview. He did a Billboard interview last year for PND 4. He talked about how he grew up in the church. Obviously, as a Jamaican mom, more than likely, if you know, you're going to grow up in the church singing. I had a solo coming up and I was so nervous. He wanted to get his shit off just like that scene in Sister Act. Never had the opportunity to do so, and he was a little bit upset. But instead of dwelling on the defeat, he dove deeper into his newfound passion of singing. He soon became fascinated with boy bands like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. But once I understood who I am in the world as a black man, I started really getting into black music, he says, citing Jodeci and 112 as inspirations.
Right.
I think Slim from 112 is part of the reason why I pitched up my music, because he sounded so young when he was getting older. Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. At the time, a little bit older than me. How did you feel in the pop lane listening to those boy bands as a black man?
I'm gonna be real.
Were you really were you that into it?
I think here's the thing. There were some. The thing is, the age of the boy band was huge. You know what I mean? And so, like, obviously, when I was young in Virginia, it was white music and it was black music. I think that goes to say for anybody that's how we categorized it as kids, not as adults. You know. And I think that like with the proliferation of like TRL and all these other things, they were playing NSYNC on 106 & Park. So we were definitely in tune with it, and I think niggas was. We would regret this, but we were in tune with Justin Timberlake more than people. People want.
That's what I thought was so funny, because I was like, damn, he's looking up to NSYNC, or he was listening to NSYNC, looking up to them from a perspective, and he was like, I'm black, I'm not really feeling the exact vibe. Meanwhile, Justin Timberlake is damn near praising Genuine, damn near praising Genuine at the time. And I look at Party from that same type of influence. He looks at like that swing mob, Genuine type era as a huge, huge influence. So seeing two of those different types of artists, white and black, looking up to legends of Virginia at that time.
But I think he like, I mean, you look at songs like Trauma from Party Mobile and stuff like that. Like he definitely could get in that bag when he wants to. Yeah. But I'm glad that he tapped in with his roots. I think that it's very easy to be, especially like at the time when you're younger, like kind of confused as to like, you know, what should I be going? Where should I be listening to? I don't think it's a bad thing for him to be well-rounded and well-versed in all of these things.
Absolutely.
I just think that at the time, like again, especially within like black communities, black neighborhoods, like we was on Jodeci, we was on that, and the NSYNC and all that shit was like, this ain't the real shit. This is the real shit. And he eventually he woke up to that. Yeah. But it is funny that was he was like, yo,
he was like, I don't think I could go into this pop lane like Justin.
I can't perm my shit like that. Like, he's trying to be me. I think ultimately it's like he's trying to be me. I need to try and figure out who I am and be me. So like that's actually interesting. But to your question before with their name, with Weeknd and Party being synonymous, that was the huge kind of war at the time. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of like a fan kind of staged war where it was like, well, we can outsold them, and that's why the numbers start coming. It's like, we outsold them here, and then Parties outsold them. I'm like, bro, they're going for two separate types of things. And I think that we'll talk about this more as we go through these projects. This is more traditional R&B than like people think. I think that I'm more of a fan when Party is doing traditional R&B stuff like this, because when he starts trying to rap and all the other shit, I'm just like, no, man.
Not into the party raps, huh?
I don't like it because I'm not the biggest fan of party raps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the hugest fan of party raps. Like I think that he's very good when he sticks within, like again, what he did in Sexy Songs for You, I'm like, bro, they kept him to
cut him on a leash.
It kept him to what he's good at, what he's strong at. You know what I mean? And that was the singing and the producing and just kind of, leveling out whatever Drake did on that project. So I'm actually glad to talk about these because I feel like that's where he's strongest at.
A question that ends up coming out a lot is, especially throughout the past couple of years, is just like, well, what is the true Toronto sound? And I think between the Weeknd and Party, I think that moody, sultry type area is what defines it the most. They
cold.
Cold, definitely cold. Party has his warm moments, obviously. We'll talk about that in PND too. But even from the creation of his name, he takes the name Party Next Door from a Fruity Loops pack. And if you've never heard any of those packs, for those that don't produce, or if you just hop on YouTube randomly,
everybody knows this who listens to the show.
Still don't make beats. Still don't have the tape.
I don't have the tape.
Still don't have the tape.
Brian. We gotta ask Brian. Brian might have the tape.
Brian might have the tape. So the
Brian at the very least remembers it.
Like, remember the tape?
Has heard it. Yeah.
He has the beat pack. Brian, we're gonna hit you up for that beat pack.
I was rapping on it.
You were rapping on it too? Yeah, Brian. We gonna knock on that door. But the Party Next Door pack, if you've never heard it, it's essentially like if you hop on YouTube, more than likely you've heard. I forgot what they call it on YouTube, because you know how like Chopped and Screwed is not Chopped and Screwed on TikTok. It's reverb or blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So Party Next Door is essentially when you're hearing a song, but you're hearing it from the next door over, and it has like that filtered type sound, and it sounds like you're literally hearing it next door. Party got that from the Fruity Loops pack and was like, I want to literally not only name myself Party Next Door, but I want that to be my signature sound. I want it to be that filtered OVO type at the time sound where all of my stuff would be that moody, be that kind of like lo-fi, low pitch. Yeah. And that's the vibe that I'm going to be going for back then. So literally tuned in from that time.
I'm going to ask you a question about his production at the end, though.
Okay.
Because I think that I have an opinion that a lot of people might share about the production, but like I want to hear your thoughts on what the production is like.
Is it a we listen and we don't judge?
No. It's positive to him. But July 1st, I remember this came out because I think it was. It came out literally like the night of the BET Awards or some shit that night. I think the BET Awards like the 30th that year. Correct me.
Usually like late June.
And that came out like midnight, like on a Monday, because this is when shit just fucking came out.
Yeah.
First song, Welcome to the Party. So Party produced every single song on here.
Written, produced. I know that's a big thing in 2025. Yeah. Written, produced, engineered, mastered. All four of those, all by Party Next Door.
And this is a short project, it's 28 minutes. So like this is like just our introduction to him. So like this will probably be fast. Like PND 2 is a moment in my life. So like we're definitely gonna talk about that. But Welcome to the Party, bro. I don't know what I expected from this guy. I think at that point, like everyone was kind of like, I would say like, I said with Drake, there's like two peaks of his power. Right? Yeah. The peak of his power, part one, is like this area right here. So pretty much anything that he said that he's gonna listen to or he's gonna be on, everyone's listening to. So everyone's listening to this project at this point, just to kind of figure out like what's going on. And so he dropped it on the blog, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna check it out on the first. What were your thoughts when you first heard this shit?
The intro There's so many different sounds going. Yeah, there's so many. There's like 10, 20 different sounds going on in the intro. You're just preparing for what's about to come for this next half hour or so. But I was like,
saga with a sunset. For them niggas, for them bitches too.
And if ain't it all on you,
you know me very well. I like the jazz thing. He took it away. I'm mad he took the saxophone away.
We usually get like funny random instruments or funny random sounds specifically from Party
from him, yes.
in his records. But you know, it's tying in a lot of those things that I'm pretty sure reminds him of his family, reminds him of his mom. He's done a lot more reggae songs, a lot more reggae influences from time to time on certain projects. He'll probably drop in some jazz, some things that he might have listened to as a child within there, and just dropping those in ends up being some things that remind him of his childhood and reminded him of, you know, some of the moments that he wanted to remember coming up and wanting to sing.
And then and again, this samples Before We Talked, performed by Gold Panda, who Gold Panda is a English electronica producer. There's a lot of electronica sampled on this project.
Okay.
And you could tell like it's that, but he like pitched it down and it's like super, and he doesn't stop sampling electronica. We'll get to that on PND too. Like there's a lot of really interesting samples that I'm surprised he got away with at the time. They got away with them on PND too. One in particular, but love this intro. I think again, mission statement to him. Really, like this project really feels like it's like a breakup album, but it came out in the summertime.
Yeah,
I remember I had my old busted 2012. It wasn't busted at the time. 2012 Sentra, and I would just be cruising through Virginia Beach. Window down,
window down,
window down, man. Window. I had these.
Oh, you had a low. Oh, you did. Oh, you had a little low ski. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You had a low.
For the bitches, for the niggas too. This was at a time in my life when I was a fuckboy. I'm not gonna lie. This album or this EP, don't do that.
Did it turn you into one, or was it
maybe a worse one?
Did it just strengthen? Did it just strengthen the powers, or did it turn?
It strengthened the power. It was the spinach. This was the fuckboy album, and this was like my fuckboy anthem album, bro. Like I'm not proud of where I was at the time in 2013. I apologize to, you know, the partners,
the people that were affected,
the people that were affected, the women that were affected, my partners at the time. This album probably has something to do with it.
Did you immediately feel the difference in energy between Drake and Party? Obviously, Drake had his moments of
it was like,
I'm frustrated with women between 2009 through 2013, but Party was just like, man, fuck these niggas.
I think ultimately it was where he was at the time too. It was like, you know, the Weeknd EXO sound is very much like that. You know what I'm saying? Drake couldn't have stayed in that lane for that long.
No.
That's where it was in Take Care. And then this was kind of where he was and where he's continued to be since. And that's why that's the major distinction is like, I feel like Weeknd I listen to for a certain thing, and that's like operatic and you know, grandiose, you know, grand music. You know,
and it wasn't always like, that, right? Some because people are like, oh my God, bring House of Balloons back.
It used to be insular, but I feel like that was never. I feel like that was never Weeknd's purpose. That was never where he wanted to be at. You could tell, like he really enjoys kind of where he's at now. But I feel like I like the fact that PARTYNEXTDOOR is not trying to be like Superstar. He's trying to be R&B singer. There is so little traditional R&B in the world. Yeah. And PARTYNEXTDOOR, and there's only a handful of other people that continue to do that. That's why I love PND4 so much, because it is as traditional R&B as you can get, and it has its own sound, and you just don't hear that anymore. And I'm glad that we kind of still have this with him now.
How do you think that fucks up artists mentally? Because from a fan's perspective, we're always thinking of, man, the artist that I love so much should have been on the stages of XYZ. I remember a distinct tweet, completely separate from R&B. Somebody posted a Jean Grey song, and everybody was like, man, Jean Grey should be on the stages of this name, and this name. The industry screwed her. And Jean Grey retweeted and was like, nah, I had an amazing career. I didn't need to be that. I didn't want to be that. But thank you for your interest. People approach Party from that same sense.
They do.
Yeah, Party has these great albums, blah, 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 but he should have been on the stages of this name, and this name. And that might not be Party.
I think fans have a very skewed observation of what success means to artists. Like, Party might not be on the stages, but the artists that he writes for and has written for are on
worldwide.
Yeah,
10 times over.
Stages, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that is success for him. He's rich forever off Sex With Me.
Yeah.
He's rich forever off of all of the songs he's written.
Wild Thoughts.
All of those things that he wrote. Like, he's fine. Honestly, music is probably the same with The Dream. Music is like the secondary kind of thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure he's completely fine for life. This is just something that he likes to do, likes to perform. You know what I mean? And again, when we look at him from where he was then, it's probably the best step for him to have just been a writer. And I think that, you know, being so close to Drake and 40 and all of them probably helped him out with that because, you know, that's where it was. Second song, Wild Bitches. This is the fuck boy.
I always remember the first memory that I had of Wild Bitches is just the bass coming in. Once you hear that dong, dong, the hoa, shawty, but you just hear doom.
I'll never forget. I was caught up in some shit. I'm putting my life out here on the line for you guys. I use the "You Got Wild Bitches Telling You Lies" as a subtweet, and I got so many texts.
So from multiple people.
Bro, I was wild.
Wow,
I was wild.
I've never.
I was hurt. I was a hurt person hurting. I was a hurt
person hurting people. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I was. But Wild Bitches is like that is like Joe. Not even like that. That is New Jack Swing. You know what I'm saying? You got wild bitches telling you lies. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I'm that nigga, thought you knew what the deal was. I'm that nigga, thought you knew what to do.
Come on, man.
Wild Bitches. I think Wild Bitches. What's the line about being vanilla on Wild Bitches?
Oh, my bitch vanilla.
Sorry, killer, but my bitch vanilla. Okay,
I said.
She new to the town.
Hey, 2025. Hey, white chocolate could have been love.
We haven't even talked about. We gotta wait. We gotta wait to talk about. We gotta wait to talk about could have been love. That's our new addiction.
But I really love this song. Again, I want to get the PND too. So we got to go through these. Then we got Relax With Me.
I'll put Relax With Me. First off, I could close my eyes right now and probably do all of Relax With Me.
I gotta keep it real with you, shawty.
Nah, that's not Relax With Me. That's
Oh no. That's the next song.
Find a plane ticket, come right now. Side streets when the sun rolls down. Side streets when the sun rolls down. Side streets when the sun rolls down. That's Gucci this, Gucci that. Yeah. She's with that baby fat. Yeah. Got a budget on her ass, though. Go. So let me buzz on her ass. Go. Hit a clap, that's an instrumental. That's right. Girl, your ass is so instrumental. That's right. Every time I lay the pockets, that's the heavy metal. Baby girl, yeah, you should be a rock star. Lay that pussy out, girl. Fuck me on the squad car. Why are we fucking on cop cars, first and foremost?
Because that's what we're doing.
But you knew that. Damn, she loved the way I do that.
That's right. That's right. This was another song where I was like, I sent it to a chick back in the day. Like, come on, man.
You were telling them you're gonna say the right thing at the right time at the right place.
And you won't know what to do.
You won't know how to react to me. Just relax.
I can't listen to this, man, because it's like looking at the Green Goblin mask, bro. Like, it's literally like, no.
I'll put Relax With Me over against any single party record. But what fucked me up though? Second verse. How do you start off? Girl, how you wear loyalty so fucking well? I want to tell the kitty why the pussy swell. I ain't afraid to cross the line with you. Oh no, I ain't afraid to do a line with you. I ain't afraid to do a line with you. That was the.
But he was in Miami a lot then though.
I mean, listen, I get it.
That's what y'all do out there in Miami.
Y'all hashtag don't put me in hashtag y'all. Don't put me in hashtag y'all. My Miami time was probably, let's see, 2009 was 18, 2010. I want to say I was more frequenting Miami around like that 2010.
He was doing lines.
I was not doing lines first and foremost, but I can see how enticing it is for Miami, for a Canadian, especially how cold it is out there.
Oh yeah, because they don't know shit. Like Canadians, like generally, they go through a different life than we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They probably grow up a little bit more sheltered, maybe.
Possibly.
Drake tries to say it ain't Compton, but you know,
one of the best lines on PND one. We'll get to that. Have you ever have you ever listened to this project and was like, damn, I want to go to Mississauga, bro?
Hell no.
I'm looking at them. It's like
Mississauga became Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah. It became my hometown. Like, I'm not going to Mississauga. Come on, man. You say you put that up against any party song?
I'll put Relax Me against any party record.
I got one on here for you.
Okay.
Coming up right now.
Now that's I gotta keep real with you.
Yeah.
I gotta keep it super real with you. Girl, you can be it forever, baby, but tonight you're mine. I'll pay you in cash, baby, just pay mine. Tell me you love me, baby, and tell me it's mine. Cause time it is money, and money is time.
Yeah.
I took my talents out to South Beach.
South Beach.
Now my pocket's looking so deep.
So deep.
I'm on he said Biscayne for
Biscayne, baby. Biscayne, baby.
He said Biscayne though. I'm like, okay. I mean, it might be a little bit of a lingo, but he's on Biscayne. He was swerving around.
It rhymed.
Shout out to the Posby, just so young and relate. What is it? Young and related?
Yeah,
right. Out here getting it. Am I saying we get it?
Okay.
Just let your pussy pop. Girl, let this feeling fade. Girl, cut them bitches off. They ain't got shit to say.
Hey, I was sending that line too. Bruh, I'm telling you, it's like Batman v Superman when the Batman suit swing over and Ben Affleck like this.
He just stared at it because he knows what he has to do.
Because he knows.
That was you, huh? Crazy, bro.
When it swing over, it's the do-rag though. It just swing over.
Wait, what color do-rag? What color do-rag is it when it swings around?
It was black.
Is this a satin black do-rag?
Just looking at it.
Damn.
I'm just scowling at this.
I mean, I did come prepared. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk party.
It's fuck boy. It's the fuck. What is the fuck boy anthem? Fellas, it's your song. Shout out Roscoe Dash. Next song, Make a Mill. We've all heard this one. You know, shout it.
Faded. Swear to God, I'm my bitch educated.
Down and try to pay the payments. You don't need a damn thing. My bitch look like Tammy Toe. Man, Tammy Toe was a legend.
Still looking good today in 2025.
Have
you looked at her Instagram?
No, I haven't.
Still looking good today in 2025.
Legend in the time, very linked in with OVO, Cash Money is so
and Young Money.
Yeah.
Actually, think about it. Yeah,
Drake very close, Wayne very close. You know, that is what it is. Make a Mill was a great single. I thought it should have classic. Should have went double. Should have went triple. Man, it's such a great song. I love Make a Mill to this day. Just if you got a ride or die shorty, you got to listen to that joint. After that, this is the joint. This stretch, let's just be honest, from Break from Toronto all the way up to over here is a fucking run. That's the run of runs
for sure.
But Break from Toronto is the one. That's the one. I put that up against any party song. It is the best party song he's ever made.
The best party song of all time?
All time. Break from Toronto.
I think the stats will reside with you. I think Break from Toronto is probably his most streamed record. If not, there could be something that's more recent. But Break from Toronto ends up being huge, not only at the time, but even years later. You could probably go on YouTube right now. Who's still here 2025? Who's still here 2024? With niggas with 100 likes, 100 comments. TikTok blows it up. There's a lot of memeable moments between PND 1 and PND 2, more so PND 2, that we will talk about. But Break from Toronto ends up being big. Samples the girl with the tattoo interlude from Miguel.
That's right on your face. To trust you, does it. This is sucker feel like at the nighttime. Watch what you're doing when the light shine. Drunk niggas talk in the strip club. Show the silhouette look like a dollar sign. Call a space. That's just how a nigga brought a space. Blow ones for you loony ass niggas. Straight bills for you toony ass niggas.
My nigga's bigger than a bounce. So smelling like an ounce. Right quick. Tight jeans on so she feel my shit.
Yes, sir. That's me. I said, hey.
I mean, that was definitely the line niggas related. That was definitely the line niggas related to back then, especially for niggas that were around our age that was just starting to go to strip clubs.
Yeah,
around that area. My first Tootsie's moment was 2013.
Jesus Christ!
I still remember my first ever
Deviant.
My first ever dance at Tootsie's was actually to
Deviant. This is the Deviant episode of ThrowBLKs.
I mean, they're two Deviant albums. but I remember my first ever lap dance was to Bitches Love Me.
Wow.
Future, Drake, and Wayne.
You was probably this is what made you into the man you are today.
I mean, who am I today?
Horn man.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I don't think so.
All right.
I think I've been well reserved.
I would replace the Saga references with Norfolk references in this song. Because this is
this what Norfolk feel like in the nighttime. Still hanging with the same ass niggas.
I know you want to break. I know you want to break from Virginia. Yes, sir. Yeah. Come on, man. This is a classic song.
There's a lot of samples that we're going to talk about throughout these next albums. Were you surprised that he could sample something from literally 2 years ago, especially with an artist like Miguel is not.
He did it again in PND too, so no, I'm not shocked that he did it.
Exactly.
He does it all the time.
Yeah. But at the time, I was just like, damn, Miguel flipped too. I mean, Miguel is still pretty out here. But then I guess, would it be on behalf of Miguel to be like, clear it? Or is it the label that's just like, yeah, you can do it?
Yeah, they have sample clearance guys.
Okay, so it's not like literally Miguel just being like, oh, yeah, this shit is dope. Go ahead.
But I think,
could be a mixture of the two.
Yeah, it's like, also, Would You Like a Tour was later that year.
Yeah.
I think Drake was cool with Miguel at that point. They was doing stuff together. So, I mean, it probably was that easy just to clear it at that point. That is crazy that Drake and Miguel were like tight at one point. Yeah. I went to Would You Like a Tour.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't get I've surprisingly, only gone to one Drake show in my entire life.
I went to that. I've been to three. Big Drake shows.
I went to Drake versus Wayne, and that was it.
That's the one I wanted to go to.
Drake versus
I'm mad I didn't go to that one.
I'm mad I didn't get merch. That's the one.
I'm such a Street Fighter fan.
Yeah.
And
the merch was crazy.
No, that was like right up my alley.
Yeah.
And I didn't go. It came to Virginia Beach and I didn't go.
Really?
Yes.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. As far as set list, 10 out of 10 show. I don't remember all the merch. I'm pretty sure you can Google it and look at all the merch, but I kick myself every day for not getting Drake.
So cool that they did that because you'll never see anything like that again.
Never.
Ever. No. You'll never see anything like that again. Next up, TBH. This was kind of like the damn, my chick ain't talking to me.
Damn, my chick. This was the
settle down, settle down, settle down. It's all over your face. There's someone taking my eye. I couldn't let that happen. I wasn't letting nobody take my place then. I would just pop in.
Just walk in.
Baby, are you with me? And sing this. Are you with me, baby?
It's something that I'm dealing with now. Oh, I can do now.
Maybe close just isn't close enough. Maybe my passion just ain't enough is nuts. Like, that is a bar.
All been there. All been there. There's not a single nigga listening right now. I'm looking at you dead in the camera. You've been there. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Bro, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah, don't lie.
That's heartbreaking, bro. Then when you see a shorty going away, and you just gotta let her go.
I can feel that you love me no more. That horn hitting that, I was like, oh my God.
And then it got to the second mark.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God.
Stabbing me right in the chest. TBH, let's just say a situation that I had in 2013, TBH was very appropriate and it hurt a lot.
Yeah. Then after that, Wus Good, Curious. This was like the last Lucy he dropped before. And this was actually part of the Break from Toronto video, wasn't it? At the end?
It was. Yeah. Didn't he put, was it Curious that he had at the end of the video?
It was Curious at the end, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he had Curious at the end of the video. 10 out of 10 party record. As I just talked about putting Relax on Me against
exactly.
Wus Good Curious is another one of those.
Persian Rug's another Lucy, bro. That ended up being a PND too. I mean, come on, man. He has a lot of classics from this era that I have not been able to let go of.
Is Wus Good Curious the most...
It's the most party next door
unleashed, explicit record on PND1.
100%.
Good loving, feel so numb. I don't think you got to go. The first two bars.
That is a strip club song. I wonder if they ever played this song in strip clubs.
Never heard.
Probably Canada. Probably Canada.
You know what's funny? Never heard it in a strip club and never heard it outside. I'm starting to realize that.
Yeah.
As far as
you shouldn't hear it outside.
Why not?
You should be hearing it in the bedroom.
I mean. Depending on the DJ, you could probably free Wus Good Curious.
I'm ready.
Are you downtown?
When I'm around town, I'm ready. That's my shit.
Good to let me know what. Let me know. Good to let me know what.
It's 12 a.m. I'm sitting in the car with it. Just
good.
Oh. Tapping my feet with it. Like,
you tapping your feet like Sonic?
Sitting the text. Shit. It's either I'm going or I'm going to sleep.
All right. All right, bro. You gonna fall asleep in the car?
No, I'm gonna go back in the house. I'm gonna be like, shit.
I'm
downtown.
And my mind's still running. Blood still high from your Jimmy juice. And you know I got experience. So you know I just want an experience. Girl, my bad. I just can't help it.
Just can't help it.
Oh yeah, but you taste so good. Love it. Feel so numb. Okay, ride my till I'm about to come.
The way the beat build too.
Yeah. I was like, this has to be crazy.
Bro, I listened to this shit all summer. A whole 28 minutes of this project all summer, back to back to back to back to back. It's so short.
Yeah.
So you can just listen to it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's perfect replayability.
Hey.
Just long enough. Pause.
And then as soon as Wus Good ends, after the entire climax, literal pun intended.
Shorty, you're curious.
You're serious.
Oh no.
You say you're curious. Oh no. Rolling with codeine and a swisher. Let's start off the night right there. Codeine. After all that, you're on codeine and a swisher?
Shit, I just might kiss her.
Right after that, shit, I just might kiss her is probably one of the craziest lines on PND 1. I'm trying to say there's so many people have been there.
You ain't been there?
Shit, I just might
Off the codeine and the swisher, shit, that's my kid. She just named her Twitter. The party gets me with that clap. That is one of his most iconic lines.
You know how many times I looked on Twitter to be like, somebody's gonna steal this. Somebody's gonna steal this account, right? I can't remember who got it. Or somebody might have got it and then closed it. I'm like, yeah, everybody's trying to bang this Twitter handle right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna try and get it. Instagram, I can't remember. It reminds me of Future. What was it on Game Over when they had the radio interludes? And the girl at the end was like, follow me at TH Hot Pocket _ And it was like, go to break. And I was like, somebody's gonna take Thought Pocket, right? Somebody took it. Yeah. I can't remember who it was.
I mean, that probably was already up there. Party Gets Me Wetter is like, I see it in a lot of girls' display names.
Yeah.
Like, it's still there. And you know that I believe, because her proceeding to mean it, she don't fuck with many niggas,
then she don't fuck with any niggas.
I'm like, which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Which one is it? Also, niggas or niggas?
I call all the dibs on I call all my nines and dimes.
I put on
my ice and sleep.
She puts on
her ice and weave.
She say
mobbing for a week. Hit the sprint while she's asleep.
That's crazy. I never did that.
A little bit of an addiction. I mean, you can look at the Colors 2 cover. That might have been. But one of those moments.
I think. Does he mean strip club or does he mean the strip like the Miami? Because he was in Miami at the time, so he might be hitting the strip like the walk.
I'm thinking strip club.
I think it's the strip.
Oh, you think it's
like the strip? I think he's walking the strip.
The Miami Beach. Oh, just taking a little stroll down like 3-4 a.m. while she's asleep. Yeah. Just taking a little stroll. I mean, it could be either. You could do that in Miami. You could do that in Miami Beach. Let's just say you got a little hotel on Collins or whatever.
Shorty know that I'm a freak. Shorty know that I'm a freak, and that's why. Oh no, you're curious. Oh.
Is there an alternate universe where Curious is finished?
It is finished.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It's finished.
What if Party came out one day and was just like, "Oh yeah, I had
Curious too. I don't want to hear it."
No, not Curious too. But he was like, "Yeah, I had a whole thing of Curious, and I just decided to just fade it out."
I think that's fine. I'm not longing for more of that.
For more Curious?
Nah.
It might get more. It might get even more wild.
He good.
I mean, he's taking a little stroll down. Yeah. Maybe he was just like, you know what? That's enough for the night.
Yeah, we good. We good. We straight. After this. That's when I know the album about to be over. I'm like, shit, bro.
Damn, what a ride. Think y'all been taking this journey with me.
I said, damn. This shit is crazy, bro. This one the car. I'm like, the car ride gotta end soon.
You start doing the speed limit now? You're like, all right, I can stop speeding.
Pull it into the shit. Girl, oh, this summer you've been looking for. You've been looking for me when I'm riding in that brand new whip you wanted. Oh, yeah. All I ever asked for was patience.
That's what they want.
That's all you ever asked, and you know it.
Patience and pussy.
Mostly patience.
Because you were going to do it anyway.
Because you're going to use it anyway. It's crazy.
Girl used to keep you fading. Now you looking for something better. What's better than this? Woo. We supposed to do this thing. Ready for something better, but what's better than this? And we go, boom, poppin' champagne over here, boom, good anything over here, doom, doom, dance on this cash over here, doom, doing those cash over here, yeah, throwing money fast over here, yeah, good anything over here, throwing money fast over here,
cash over here, on this
side.
Is this one of Drake's best verses?
Yes.
Next question.
Easily. Easily next question. Me and my niggas bucket head first. You supposed to be there when my head hurts.
Used to be going out hardly. Now we want a party celebration on Mule. What's
up? Pay homage. Come through the city like young Shaq Muhammad.
It can't be that hard to find.
Yep.
Us. Go to the jungle, pick up my Ethiopian goddess.
That's
Woo!
where word spread of Bugatti was in the projects. The boy home used to came bust up the block. Now summertime whips come through and bust up the block. What nigga did he name after that?
I remember seeing niggas have a bust up a block and sell the work right to hush our niggas must have forgot, I believe is the next verse.
Yes. A couple things sit on my conscience. With that said, look at all we
Is it weird that sometimes I can't remember unless I'm hearing it? Like if I'm hearing it, I can remember
way
this shit all the time.
easier to listen to it. That's why there's going to be a time. Look, we're warning you right now. There's going to be a time that we figure out the YouTube finesse and play these shits live.
Oh, yeah.
Just know there's going to be a time. But I was there,
100%.
Nas Don shit. Couple things sit on my conscience. With that said, look what all we accomplished. And sure, this ain't Compton, but this ain't a fairy tale land neither. We all lost mad people in the city wild.
They gave a task to a purposeful child. Verse started getting a little more personal now. That's because everybody else sounded so played out though. Oliver North in the cut. Don't say it out though. That like you can deny the pocket he was in this year.
Yep.
Like this was a great year for him lyrically.
We're getting 2 good years between 2013 Drake and 2014 Drake as far as yep.
He took a break.
2015 Drake as well.
That year.
14 we got a couple of good obviously his feature on PND 2. We got a couple of things. We got 0 to 100. We got
No New Friends.
What else did he drop? I always think of 2014 as the Obie O'Brien year that he was doing 2 on and thoughtful, scheming up.
Can we not remember
tough times in OVO sound at the time. Trolling times at OVO sound.
Thanks, Weeknd. You fucking left him. All we had was Obie O'Brien.
Was Obie O'Brien.
And Ryan. Like, what's that?
I forgot about that. Yeah, where is actually now I think about it?
Probably a car salesman or some shit. I don't know. But after this, we have Ballin. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, hold on. We still got a little bit more. Still got a little bit more verse. Oliver in the cut, don't trade out though. $1,000 bottle, can pour straight out. I'm screaming OBO the whole way out though. I'm back boy for real. I'm that boy for real. I got hits, nigga. You just a bat boy for real. Backwoods get peeled. I smoke away all the tears. Nothing was the same, man, including our careers. The new cash money, the new Rockefeller.
But you young rich niggas
turn around if you're jealous.
So we had already known the title of the album, and he made us wait till September to actually hear it. That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Started from the bottom, ran from February all the way to
springtime up until
August. Like going home, just hold on, we're going home was like August, September, right?
And he was it Wu-Tang? Was it Wu-Tang Forever that he tested the waters with a little bit beforehand?
He took it away.
Yeah, he took it away. And then we got Hold On, We're Going Home as the bigger single. But yeah, man, 2013.
What a time. And then we go to Ballin. That's a skip for me. Ballin is not my favorite. Yeah. Other than the end, like the last part with the beat breakdown, like that's my favorite part of the shit, baby.
Because I'm balling. I just finished on you. I just finished on you. Got them out here getting to the money, blowing these hundreds, blowing these. That's my baby. There's more money talk.
There's more money talk. I mean, it's fine. It's a fine song.
Yeah, we've already heard the strong moments of PND 1, but this is 10 tracks, all perfect. Amazing mixtape. I would like to think of all the R&B mixtapes that have been out. It's definitely up there. One that people I don't think we'll ever get it on streaming, honestly. I know Nostalgia Ultra is one of the bigger R&B mixtapes as far as all the ones that are listed. Yeah. I think PND 1 lives up to all of those, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does. It does. It's a classic to me. 100%. But we wouldn't have to wait.
Not too long.
We wouldn't have to wait too long.
Yep.
And this is when I thought we were getting PNDs yearly. And we kind of sort of did.
Yeah.
Because we had to wait maybe a year and a half for 3. But a year later, July 29th, so we had to wait 29 days from the last one. I bought this on CD.
Bought on CD?
That's how immeasurable this project was to me at the time.
Do you still have the CD?
No, I don't have the CD anymore.
That's what I forgot to bring coming over. I should have brought my PND 2 vinyl.
Yeah,
Damn, I should have brought my vinyl. I forgot.
CD probably has the same, or the vinyl sub probably has the back as the CD does with him in the house.
Yep.
The girls all around.
Yeah. Yep.
Very, 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 very cool inset booklet and stuff like that. I bought this. So let me just set the stage at this point. I know I'm going to LA at this point.
Okay.
When this comes out, I've already kind of made my mind up. And I'm going to go visit for the first time, right? Yeah. So my first visit to LA, I visit Eric, our pal Eric Jew Chains, and we're driving down. You know when you come into the valley into Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh, and the hill goes down. Yeah. You see the whole view.
when you're going into the valley or whatever, going like through Hollywood, kind of by Universal, you're just kind of driving it. You're on the one.
Oh, you're on the 118.
Yeah, you're 118.
Oh, you're on the 118.
There's 170, I think.
Oh, 170. Oh, okay, that's a little bit different.
But, it's nighttime, so lights all out.
Yeah.
I hear SLS. I hear SLS. Windows down. Again, I'm always in a car here. Windows down. I hear SLS. The beat switch. I know we haven't even got to the fucking first song yet, but the beat switch, I start crying immediately. I'm like, bro, I gotta be here, bro. This is it. This is it for me. PND 2 is another classic. We're talking about two classics today, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we waited a year. Between then and then, Party Next Door has been on tour. He's written for huge artists at this point. And at that point, he was still relatively unseen. He had not really put out any videos or any projects at that point. And really out of nowhere, it was just announced PND 2 is coming. After we heard, he had dropped a couple singles at that point. One of them being Muse was one of them, which ends up being like later on the album. Yeah. And then he had also will put out Lucy's. He had come out with PND Colors, I believe.
That
was
would
after?
be
Was that
after?
after?
That was after, like right? December, fall or winter time.
It's after
of 2014.
the breakup. It's after the breakup. The Kalani breakup.
No, because Girl from Oakland is.
Oh yeah,
is on
no,
Colors.
this is when they were together.
Yeah. This when they were together. Yeah, like the end of 2014 is when Colors comes out. So PND 2 is before that. But he is in his SoundCloud era though, so we are getting those Lucy's like Persian Rugs and around that time.
Yeah, Persian Rugs was already out. Muse was another one of those Lucy's, and Her Way ended up being kind of like the first kind of single that we had all heard from that. So first song, East Liberty, The Summer's Over. Because the summer was low key over.
Yeah.
We're watching the sun slowly said, oh yeah. Seems like it's forever now, but forever's here. Then a beat pick up. I'm like, oh man, he about to do it again. He doing it again.
Yep.
This motherfucker did it again, man. This intro, East Liberty, is fucking amazing. Again, if you're in that, this is kind of like when chill wave was like a big thing too. So a lot of this album has kind of like it lifts things from like chill wave and a lot of shit that was big in 2014. This samples a lot of like chill wave artists, a lot of electronic artists at the time, he's into electronic music. Like he is very much into that shit. A lot of these samples are from electronic music.
Yeah, and very current. There are old school R&B samples on PND too, of course, but keeps it very current as far as like the sound.
And East Liberty is definitely one that kind of like takes inspiration from a lot of those chill wave artists. And come on, baby, girl, come on. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You don't want another lover. Oh.
I mean, we left PND 1 kind of sad.
Yeah.
PND 1, there was a lot of.
And we pick up PND 2 kind of sad. What are you talking about? This song is about the end of a relationship.
It definitely is about the end of a relationship, but it feels a lot more. How can I say it? After you take a breakup on PND 1 definitely felt like he was getting stabbed in the chest. Now it's just like, I guess we just go through it. I guess you kind of have
this was
maturity.
Kind of I was a fuckboy last year. My bad.
Still kind of today. I'm still learning though. I'm still learning.
He's still learning, but he's trying to reform the fuckboyness.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit more reserved.
He's trying to reform it a little bit, and he's trying to actually settle down a little bit and make these chicks kind of recognize. But East Liberty's kind of the beginning and sets the tone. I think is a really good. I like to listen to this when it's like, okay, the summer's over. Now it's time for this cold ass music to hit. Now it's time for this Toronto shit to hit. And like, I really love again the soundscape that he takes you on because the sound of this is very like the sound don't pick up. From here, it's very down and very cold on this whole project in terms of production.
Do you usually keep these type projects for the fall and the winter time? Because I look at PND 2 as cold as it can be, but throughout the album, I look at a lot of this as a summer type project.
It is summertime. PND 1 is like the June. PND 2 is like the August.
Yeah.
That's what I think of it like. PND 2 is like the August project that I listen to. That's when I listen to that the most. Or like, I listen to SLS every single fucking chance I can get. SLS. Top 5 party song
in his entire discography.
There might be one song from PND 4 that's crept in there though.
He did produce SLS, right?
Yes.
There's probably only 2 songs on PND 2 that were not produced by him. Everything else was produced by him. But amazing Drew Hill sample.
Yeah. Share My World.
Yep.
They call me Private Party SLS. Oh yeah.
the strip club and we in the church.
Yeah. Don't tell my damn mama.
Don't tell my damn mama.
Is that some Jamaican shit? That's some Jamaican shit.
I mean, whose mom wants to hear? Oh yeah, I just met this girl. I found her at the strip club.
Why not?
Found her at the strip club the other day.
Why not?
Do you think that would go well?
Why not? Everybody got to work.
Is that how you would look at it?
Everybody need a job. I would listen.
Your son comes through. Yo, dad, I want you to meet this woman.
Cinnamon.
Yo, where you meet? send it to me. That's what you.
So
said.
I said cinnamon. I said cinnamon.
I thought you were gonna say, yo, what's the IG?
I said cinnamon, bro.
I'm about to say.
God, man, they call me Private Party SLS. She fuck with Khaled just cause we the best. iPhone go silent like I don't need the stress. That was another line that I was subbing. I was subbing.
You put your shit on D&D in 2014.
Fuck that shit. You know I need the sex. I'm with a stripper and we in the church. Don't tell my damn mama where you work. Hit the colonel, girl. We leave at 10. Told my nigga that you bring a friend. Yeah. Used to file. I don't need a bitch. I got money. I don't need a bitch. That was another one.
The delivery on that
was another one.
I know he looked straight in that microphone. I got money. I don't need a bitch.
He your snitch. She your snitch now.
Niggas telling on me to my bitch.
I said, damn. I said, he living my life. I said, he living my life right now.
A lot of niggas in the game, but I can now vouch for you. He looked straight into the camera and said,
niggas
balling. But is he balling for you?
He your ex. I'm your ex too. Shorty, I never could talk shit. You know I got it for you. But then you ever notice it's like the same verse over and over? Like it's like just minor differences. Like, it's like a freestyle. Like it's literally like stream of consciousness type shit. And that's what I think is so great about the song is that it's like it's very just like he's just sitting back, just like telling you like, yo, what the fuck? And again, it's like breakup. It's like literally like a breakup going on again. It's like, don't I make it work? She said, knowing me, I'll probably make it hurt.
Said, all right, party.
On your grandma and your mama life. Promise you gonna make it out this shit alive. Marry rich cause girl you came from nothing. That's a bar. That's that was a bar that I carried on to like my like regular life. Cause I'm just like, man, like I thought about that when I like got married. I was just like, me and my wife, I was like, man, we came from nothing. Like we gotta make our wedding look rich because we came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a lot. That's a line that like there's a couple lines on here that I'm just kind of like, bro, classic lines. You know what I'm saying? But this one,
the ones you keep with you.
Yeah, it's the one that you keep with. And bussy, you baby, get the bussing. Party on the fingernails.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
But how do you turn? How like do you not turn up when that beat hit?
And he goes,
that garbage private party. Yes, I like. Bro, one of the most insane.
That's
and
that church
beats. Yeah, that is literally that is that church shit.
When you hear him,
beat hits it hits the climax of everything. Perfect song to me. Perfect song to me.
With the stripper, the background vocals, harmony, some of the wildest church harmonies that you will hear on an R&B song.
He's amazing, bro. This is one of his best songs. Followed by another one of his best songs. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is another one of my favorite ones. This motherfucker managed to sample Latch, and the shit it wasn't even like 5 years old. I think
it was at max 2 years old.
Latch
at
came out,
max.
No, bro. No, 2012.
And it's 2014.
It came out like October 2012, bro. It was like a year and a half.
Oh, so about a year and a half.
It wasn't even 2 years old yet. And he sampled it. I wonder how he got that through.
Disclosure and Sam Smith.
Yes, because that was Sam Smith's voice in the whole beat. But Sex on the Beach is like.
I know Sam Smith heard this shit and was like, nigga. Probably verbatim.
This nigga was like, this Sex on the Beach is a sexy song, bro. Girl, you're so sexy. I want your body.
Everybody
to see your body. Yeah.
Girl, you're so sexy. Everyone should see you. Everyone should see you in the ocean. Baby, ocean up for me.
Baby, ocean. Baby, ocean. Yeah.
Lipstick all around the lemonade glass. Yeah. The random ass happens. That's right. Don't she? Yeah. Completely takes the bar off and then just summertime shit. And now we're here at Miami Dade. Summer here, we're finally wasted.
All I really want to say is
we could quit today and all the sex on the ocean. Oh, the sex on the beach. Ooh, oh, the sex in the open. Oh, the sex in the heat. I have unfinished business with this song.
What that mean?
I've never heard this on a yacht. I need the sunset. I need a purple and orange sunset. I need to be on the yacht.
That's very vivid.
I need it. I need to have the purple and orange sunset on the yacht. I need some type of vice in my hand, just looking out on the ocean. And just hearing that summertime shit. Now we're here in Miami Day. I need it. My life cannot complete before that happens.
Even though he just said 2 songs earlier that the summer was over, he still comes back with summertime shit. This is a great. This is again. It connects because when I left LA the first time, I heard Latch on the radio in my Uber on the way to the airport, and I was like, "Damn, bruh, Sex on the Beach. I gotta be here. I gotta be here." And then Latch, I listened to Latch mad times when I first moved out here.
Disclosure Had to Run. I'm not gonna lie.
Perfect song.
It was on the Latch, White Noise. There was another joint on that album that I ended up liking. But Disclosure got records.
The songs connected. It connected with me, and I think of those 2 songs as like my first year here. Those are the songs that kind of made my run.
One thing that I remember I noted to Jess as well as you as well. I expected when I moved out here to see more of a quote unquote boat culture, like people renting yachts, going out from time to time.
You in the wrong area for that.
More of a Long Beach thing, I guess.
I mean, not even
maybe an OC
Beach.
thing.
It could be an OC, but it's also, I mean, you got to go to San Diego.
Okay.
San Diego, they do that out there.
Yeah.
And, that's more. We're not really by the water.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure you can go to Marina Del Rey. You can still do that.
Oh, Marina Del Rey. I didn't think about that either. Yeah.
Yeah. Boat culture is like, I mean, it's Miami shit, but it's.
Yeah, Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. I mean, they do it.
You're hanging with the wrong niggas to be trying to be in the yacht culture. I'm like,
why not? We can't go rent a yacht.
I'm not a. Okay.
Let's get 10 heads. Let's get 10 heads.
Let's run a yacht then, Mark. Shit, you've never optioned to us to run a yacht.
So I don't know what the culture is out here.
What culture? Just do it.
I mean,
Mark, why do you always got to study and research a culture? Just do the shit.
We can get 10 heads.
Okay.
Probably around like 100 a piece.
Link it.
Not anything too crazy.
Link it.
Let's. I want to hit the courts on that.
All right, fuck it.
Let's hit the courts on that.
Our RNC baddies on the yacht. Let's do it. Fuck it. Next song. Her Way. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This album's a classic. Her Way is not my favorite song.
Wow. I think definitely. Did he do Her Way before I give credit to this production? Did he do Her Way?
Yes.
Her Way is It's him. Yeah. I love the way that this sounds. Obviously, we talked about the horns all throughout PND 1, and we're going to hear a lot more horns throughout PND 2. I just thought this was a very sensual type record. Production wise, lyric wise, it's one of his 2 bigger meme records as far as what has blown up on TikTok.
Yeah, the sped up version.
Yeah, he had to drop the sped up version last year, I think, because people are doing dances to it on TikTok. Great record, I would say.
I don't know. It seems like for everything that came before it being so grand, I think it's kind of it is traditional. It's very traditional R&B. I'm cool with that. I just think the sound is just like man, like he leaves you on a high with Sex on the Beach, and then he brings you right back down.
We in the back and we mugging a T.I. So gone comes full of jealous. Yeah.
Cups full of jealous is. You got to be high to think about that type of line, bro. That's a high ass line. Cups full of jealous is nuts.
We in the bag and we mugging it, T.I.
However, next song, Belong to the City.
You want to talk about stabbing me in the chest? Could have wasted my time with all these shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, actually, you know what? Before you get to Belong to the City, random Lindsay Lohan shout out on Her Way. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
She gets her down in it. So it's like every time of day and everything. The way she gets her way. Great hook. Maybe it's a hook that sits more with you than the verses.
The hook, yeah. The hooks are really good. It's really good. The verse is just kind of whatever to me.
But yeah, as far as Belong to the City, if I knew if I wasted my time, wouldn't have wasted my time with all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I'm in her ear one time trying to tell her how I rhyme. She heard it all. Could change your life, but you heard it all. Been there.
But you heard it.
I'm from the city.
Well, you don't gotta
love to love, and you ain't gotta love to fuck.
I said, damn. That's the truth right there.
I'm just trying to say I'm from the city. Oh, know. So don't believe what they say, just believe what they do to you.
You can't tell these bitches nothing. She belong to the city.
They know, they go.
You remind me of something. She belong to the city. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, you know.
Come on, man. Classic. And it's an interlude, too. As an interlude, it leads perfectly into Grown Woman. Because that is like, I love Grown Woman, bro. That is like the type of R&B that they used to fucking make, and you know they don't do like that no more, man. Grown Woman is a great fucking song, bro. Again, production on fucking point. He's like Party. I don't think he did a lot of production on Sexy Songs for You. I think a lot of that was done. It was done by like their in-house people. I'm kind of mad about that. Even though I like the production on the album, I'm mad there's not a lot of Party Next Door production on there.
Do you want him to? Well, I don't think he'll lose a step as far as production himself.
I mean, he did on PND 4 pretty much.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So he's not losing a step as far as that. But I have seen throughout the research that we were doing on before we started recording for ThrowBLKs, people were like, "Man, I wish that he would tap in with those two people that he would link up with for PND 1. PND 1 is fully produced by him, but
Nino and G-Rai, I think.
Yeah. Them. He was like, "Damn, I wish he would tap in more of those and do more projects with them." Do you feel that way?
No, not really. I think it was at a time. Again, he's so secretive and mysterious. Like I don't even really know who's in the crew no more. Who's out the crew? I don't follow it that closely. But G-Rai,
the OMO crew.
Yeah, like is G-Rai still around? Is he? I don't know. Like I don't know if he connects with them or not. But I mean, if for a time, like I honestly don't skip a beat or notice much. They might have been working on PND 4 though. Yeah, I haven't looked at the production credits ever, but. They might be off PND 4.
Yeah, Ozzy Parker did Her Old Friends. I'm trying to think who else did. We might have to hit the courts on the PND 4 production list.
Sitting courtside to the game she plays. I'm chilling most time, but I blame the DJ. She a dark-skinned chick with a light-skinned crew.
He really drove that home like a couple times.
Bro, he keeps saying it. I'm like, all right, buddy. Okay. All right.
Everybody's like, okay.
Her pretty face and them high heel shoes. Got love for them niggas. We got love.
Why you always searching for you when you were grown now? Woo! When you were grown now. Why you always the random ass sounds that be in party records? Just make the record.
Fruity Loop shit. What's my favorite joint on here? She wants drop tops hair blowing in the wind. Must be the liquor because it's a place she never been. Oh, and pour it up. She said, yeah, pour it up. And pour it up. She said she's trying to leave with me. I'm trying to leave with her, but she with her friends. Yeah, hands full of girls. I say, yep. I said, yeah, he just like me, man. He just like me.
Hey, man. Grown woman is definitely one of those ones that's sets the nice little. But again, I'm really starting to think. How many party records do I hear? It doesn't have to be a strip club, but just outside with DJs.
It's not a lot. It's not. He's very much maintained in terms of just his own solo projects being kind of his own kind of underground, very niche. But the thing is he has fans, Mark. So it's like even if you're not hearing it outside, that doesn't mean he don't got. Like I've seen his shows, like they're packed to the fucking brim,
exactly,
with just women,
word for word.
Yes,
from the first song to the last song.
I can say that like Party don't have no fair weather fans, bro. Like he don't have no people that just like. I just latched on like I feel like a lot of ways like Weeknd got a lot of people who latched on after the trilogy shit. Like he's got post trilogy fans and pre trilogy fans. Yeah, I feel like some trilogy fans probably hopped off a long time ago, right? But post trilogy fans have been there since like fucking 2012, 2013, 2014, right? Parties has fans that they've been fucking with him since 2013 and they continue to do so.
Maybe it's because there's not like a large list of R&B events that I frequent. One of the things that I remember reading was Party talking about his discography. He was like, yeah, man, PND 3 was probably the one album that my mom listened to and actually was the album that put her on to my music. She wasn't really listening to PND 1 and PND 2 like that, but all the reggae that I put in, all the sounds that I put into PND 3 was
not
the
nice,
one that...
Not Nice was
Not Nice. I've heard Not Nice plenty times outside. So it's not like a frequent of, damn, you don't really hear Party's discography outside, because there's plenty of Party that you do hear outside. I mean, but PND 3 was like the one that I think like stuck to his roots.
Are you saying it's like indicative of like his success? Like I don't think it's a bad thing you don't hear it outside.
No. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but you would think like the records that are so big out of this, you would expect to hear a lot more of these in frequent places, I guess.
He's never been like this album probably went gold maybe 2 years ago or some
Yeah.
shit. I remember seeing like it took a while for this to go gold, but like it's very much and it's the same sense. Like I sense that like other than like a fringe case like Neo, right, who's gone platinum solo before
10 times over.
Yeah, like the dreams never really like a lot of writers who become artists, like they usually never they usually never blow up crazy
compared to what they've written.
Yeah, compared to what they've written.
Single ladies 100 times a day.
Exactly. But it's like even with the same cadence or you know that the writers have, you still hear that over them. So like I will say this about Party is that like you go to one of his fans, they know this shit word for word.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
They know this shit word for word, and they're huge fans. And there might be a world where some of them is bigger fans of him than they are Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just really bringing in. You know, all of that together for that album, and it worked because a lot of it was like Drake on the Party style of music, and showing that they could really do that together.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, we're longing for the album that came out this year here, like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it ultimately worked, and I think that like again, Grown Woman to me is like a deep cut where like. Real Party fans are like, okay, this
exactly.
is one of my favorite songs.
You hear it at a show, you'll be like, oh fuck, he's doing this.
100%. And this goes into what I think is probably one of like his most insane songs, FWU.
Yep.
He was on some shit. He was on some high shit on this shit.
Another one of those. I love the records that is just every time I think of this, I think of Jersey Shore when they're just tapping the floor again, ready for that beat to just kick you dead in the face.
When we arguing,
it's just me and me.
I was hauling her, working 3 to 3. Seems like another time. Feels like another time. I'm when I get to forget you, but you walked in. Once you get to talking, how I lost it. How to call it my fault, mama. How to keep you out of that jar, mama. Was it all bad? Huh?
Was it Lamborghini Matt?
Was it Lamborghini Matt? Huh? Tell me where he at now. I'm like, damn, Lamborghini Matt. Was that what she had in her phone? Is that the niggas?
You saving that in your phone? You are. You don't give a shit about secrecy. Lamborghini Matt? You met that nigga on a Sunday.
And then the pre-hook.
You a rich bitch, but you rich nigga too. If you think about
the
me,
second one with the gun cock, I was like, yo, he's wildin'.
Hey man, it's around. Paraphernalia.
If you think about me, you probably think about you. Yeah. Need a chew chick from a Lamborghini Flex, eh?
Working in the East, but you know we in the West End.
Now another nigga hustle hard like me. With a heart like me. This is your nigga who got time like me. You shine like me. Run that nigga. You don't want that nigga. But I need a bad bitch that's hotter than me. He got hotter than me. I still want to fall. Would you?
That alarm going off, that siren going off in the middle of the hood.
Bro, that shit had me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, you know the meme with the nigga with the buff hand? With the buff hand?
He doing 150 down the line. He doing 150 down the highway. I'm still trying to
down the 405. No, I'm doing 30 down the 405. White knuckle.
With you. Oh yeah. Nice little Robin Thicke play right. Nice little Robin Thicke play right there.
Yeah, you caught that.
Yeah.
You caught that. Yeah. It was nice.
Not fucking girl, not fucking with you. Yeah. I'm still trying to fuck with you.
What a song. They need to play that in the club.
That would blow the shit up. That would blow the shit up.
Again, Party got them hits, man. You gotta be clear with it. But the next song, his first kind of big single, Recognize, had a video, Kylie Jenner in the video, Drake in the video.
Yep.
That was you was singing at the girls, bro.
Another big meme record, because we already know once you hit one of these and you disappear.
Oh yeah. Oh, but listen,
super classic, man.
Great production on this. Gotta get real again. Gotta get real again.
I've definitely posted that on Instagram to
exactly, you know bro. You got niggas.
I got bitches,
and I got bitches, bro. But I want you.
I got bitches.
Again, another kind of. This I wouldn't say traditional, but this is of the time. Like when I listen to this, I'm like, this is so 2014.
Yeah.
Like this, like the bars, everything in this is just so 2014. Yeah. Like this cannot come from another era, but from the era where like Tyga was big, and you know that type of music was popping at the time. Like that's where this era was, and I honestly feel like even though it hasn't aged the best, it's still a really good song still. Like it's still very much of that era.
I remember getting niggas hype back then because after that third, you got niggas that I got bitches, and you just hear that. I want you. Niggas just jumping up. I want you.
Where was you hearing niggas say that in college?
Turn up on me every time when you see me. Gotta recognize, what show was it? Was Party at Drake vs. Wayne? I want to say he did have a set at Drake vs. Wayne.
He might have been.
I think, oh yeah, because he did Persian Rugs that night in West Palm. Yup. That was where I heard Recognize.
That's crazy. So niggas turned up for that?
Oh, Recognize, they turned up.
Oh, it was a big hit at the time.
Yeah, exactly. 2014. I think the time that the date they were in West Palm was like, I'd have to hit my camera roll, but I want to say September, October 2014, because 0 to 100 was still kind of fresh.
Yeah.
I don't think We Made It was out. Well, We Made It was out.
All of that came out after. You Made It was like the We Made It was like New Year's.
Yeah, New Year's 2013 going into 2014. So New Year's, quote unquote, 2014. Yes.
Yep. And I mean, again, you look at that era. You said 0 to 100. Remember that it had a version that had a unreleased James Blake song at the end, and they had to cut it.
Oh yeah, I forgot because it's not on the streaming version. Yeah. I forgot about that. Wow.
Isn't it away?
Yeah. I forgot. I completely forgot it had that part of the end.
They had to cut out the no free Randy part because they couldn't clear the shit from the movie.
Well, I don't even think We Made It on streaming at all.
No, I'm talking about in All Me. They cut the no.
Oh yeah, you're right. They cut out the Bob Marley joint at the end of Club Paradise.
They cut out the Fixins. They cut out the
Fixins. Yep.
They cut out all of that shit.
What was on draft day that they had to cut? Damn, I can't remember.
Nothing. I thought it was
that full?
Yeah, it was as is.
Damn.
It was as is. Yeah, that era was. We got a lot of good Drake music that era. And I'm glad that the Care Package 2 covered extensively that
covered all of that, because that would have sucked if you still had to go on SoundCloud to go listen to draft. Oh my god, that would be annoying.
That's one, and that's why that ends up being one of my favorite Drake projects too, because it's like literally all of that era. That was when I was blogging, and that was a complex at the time. But let's get to options. Song 9.
Not too much on Recognize. We talked about the over here verse. What about the Recognize verse?
It's good. It's not my favorite. It's not like if I put it up against Over Here, I'm putting Over Here.
You couldn't really tie into buying snow tires for your Mercedes. I hope that you got it.
It was fine. I think in the pantheon of Drake verses is probably like at the bottom for me. I mean, I don't have really much to say. It's a single. Yeah, it's a single. Like I think there are much stronger songs on this project.
Or could you not have rapport with telling somebody, I don't care if you got 4 niggas, 5 niggas, 6 niggas, I don't give a shit about shit.
Like
6 niggas?
6 niggas?
Excessive.
6 niggas? For me, it's 2 niggas. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Okay. You go handle that. I'll see you in the flip. I'll see you on the flip side.
Hashtag you handle that.
Yeah, you handle that. I'll see you later. Options. I had to get up and walk out the house first time I heard this. Green Goblin mask, Batman suit, bruh. Met you at Houston, but you're from Atlanta. No, you're from Pennsylvania. Something. Fuck, all I know is you gotta know this. You make it easy to blow this. You want this. Damn. Twerking that ass for me. Shaped like a glass for me. It's like I do what I like. Damn. This is Rapping Party, but this is good Rapping Party. I will clarify my stance from earlier in the episode, and I will say this is good Rapping Party. This is literally a rap song.
Raspy Party as well. That reminded me that I watched the Zane Lowe video interview with PARTYNEXTDOOR. He was like, "Yeah, man, when I want that raspy voice that people like, I just take a shot of vodka." I did not expect shot of vodka. I was like, "Party, don't say it." But it was like shot of, and Zane was like, "Shot of vodka, huh?" So what about the pure voice? What about like when you're really getting those harmonies and you're singing? Party was like, "Well, this is gonna sound super weird, but I'm gonna tell you. I make somebody in the studio go get a pot of water, the hottest water that they can get, and I put it to the back of my throat." And I was like, this sounds crazy. I don't know if there's any...
Singers are crazy.
Yeah, that is the hottest water that you can get and put it to the back of your throat to get the purest of your voice. I don't know if that's like normal. If there's any singers that are listening, you can confirm that. If that worked for you or you have your own practice, I'm just like, that's crazy.
I feel like if I do it, I can hit some of these notes because we're butchering these notes.
That's working. That's for me. It's supposed to be that raspy. But I have a we listen and we don't judge on options.
Shut the fuck up. I don't even want to hear it. I like the before you get to that, I like the interlude with the chick.
Oh, that was like, oh yeah.
The chick.
And he just screams, "Hey!" Who hasn't been there? Hearing a little voicemail.
Hey, you hardly smoke, but you want to smoke my drugs. Don't know how to love, but you somehow get by love. But 8 and 12, we sip and talk about gunplay.
Church Sunday morning at the club until Monday.
Oh Lord, finding your groceries, you're pimping the parking lot.
Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. People in the parking lot. Yeah, you gotta
pimp on the trip because you know that you talk a lot is crazy.
Laughing the whole way. I went out like skirt.
I got lean. I got drugs. I'm like, bro, you listen to a little bit too much Future, bro. Like, the second half is just kind of like, all right, this is Rapid Party at his lowest and finest here. But go ahead. What should we listen to? We don't judge.
All right, we listen and we don't judge on options. I don't listen to options that often because I hate the last 30 seconds.
What?
That you just want to drink and shit.
Yes, sir. You just want to smoke?
You just want to smoke and shit. I was like, yeah.
Tell me when to roll it up and shit. What?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the last 30 seconds.
You be on the road and shit? Telling niggas
no and shit.
What's wrong with that?
Not the biggest fan of those last 30 seconds. The first two verses though, could have just stopped it right there.
What's wrong with that part?
Don't really like that part.
Why?
After how amazing options were, it comes out of
you be getting told no and shit, and you be cool with it. That's why.
Really? Is that where you went with that?
Yep.
Is that where you went with that?
Yep.
I thought it was a little bit lazy at the end.
He just riffing.
I mean, he just went crazy.
He's riffing.
I don't know if those first two verses were a riff. Those were solid.
I'm talking about the end.
Oh yeah. The riff. Put that on the cutting room floor, bro.
Man, you're a sucker.
Put that on the cutting
anyway,
room
let's
floor,
get to Thirsty.
Samples
Missy Elliott.
Who?
This might be a top 5 too, man.
Yeah.
Like his discography is so crazy at the top half of his career. It's so crazy his discography.
And of all the Missy, 2007, big hit for Missy at the time. Ching-a-ling.
How did he clear this?
Thursday,
maybe we're making it hot because maybe they don't know that he cleared these verses.
I'm sure Missy knows.
I want to kiss you, girl. I want to kiss you, girl. I want to love you.
Oh.
Girl, am I moving too fast? Fuck that.
Well.
Your mama must have taught you well. This is new Jack Swing. This is Mr. This is fucking.
Who, Bob Valentino doing covering this? That would have been crazy.
Bro, this is all of that in one. This is the party cadence that I'm a fan of. This is it right here, bro.
Your mama must have taught you well because you taste so purified.
She would go to church.
Need to get it while it's hot because I'm cold at times.
Open up to me and drop your guard.
I need the proof. Constantly need to know if you still have a heart.
Because a nigga in the fucked up, I feel like a love dog. I know it's hard, but hop in your car and bring you.
Promise to love you.
Hold on. I promise to love you and obey and hit it more than once a day. Hold on, nigga. How many times we talking here?
Hey, man, when you got time?
Well, you gotta be like 26.
Oh yeah, you a young nigga. What's party at this time? 20?
Yeah. YN.
20 years old. That's a YN line. Hit it more than once a day. Us 30 plus. Excessive.
Girl, bring it over.
Girl, I say that genuinely. Fuck that bitch. It's what you say.
This is a Genuine song. Mm-hmm. And you know he loves Genuine. He samples fucking So Anxious.
Twice If You're Reading.
Nigga, he sampled it like a million times.
Oh, yeah.
He sampled it more times than that. Like he sampled So Anxious. This is a Genuine song. This is 100% a Genuine song in a Party Next Door frame. And
all it's missing is the Timberland. Say what?
Yeah, exactly.
But that bitch is what you say what?
Again, the back half of this, like after... I mean, this is a run all the way through, in my opinion. I think after the fucking interlude is pretty much like, this is a run. Like the album has no skips to me after Her Way. Honestly, like I listened to this the whole way through, and I was like, I very much enjoyed myself the other day when I did this. But
because I still need a bad bitch who thirsty. Shawty, how to have me if you hurt me. Ooh, promise to love you and obey. Click.
Why the gun? But that's that Jamaican shit.
The gun made it 10 times better.
I think it's that Jamaican shit, right? That's what they do to Selecta shit. Like
as far as I do it, well, I don't think. I mean, if he wanted to wheel it up, you could definitely wheel it up to 30.
But I mean, they do the gun, right? They don't they do it? I
mean, they have their sound effects. That specific one that it sounded like he was just getting ready to protect somebody.
Exactly. But why was he shooting the gun at that verse? Just like he shoot the gun at FWU.
Hey man, promise to love you and obey.
That's
I see a nigga looking.
All right.
Can't hit it more than once a day.
And then this is a classic. This one I think it might bump to the top 5. I don't know what my top 5 party songs is, but it's definitely
There's a lot. Oh, I mean, yeah, these last two very strong.
Bout It is. That's that sultry, sensual.
Yeah, a little.
Swear to God, my fault is over your shit. Swear to God, hallelujah to the underlords. How we ride. East side tickets, tell me how you ride. Sorry, shit.
She coming lazy, getting lazy, wanting nah.
I give it 2 words that rate. Right, nah. We pop a roll to the strip. Grind on that dick. I brought it back to the crib. Skip the foreplay.
Now that I think about it, sounds kind of Quanish. That type of flow.
Rich homie?
Yeah.
Maybe they was in Atlanta.
Yeah, they were all hanging out with each other.
That
hearing it now said out loud, I'm like,
he's very influenced.
Does sound kind of Quanish.
He's influenced and he breaks it down into that R&B cadence.
Yeah.
And it just fucking works.
Yeah.
Man. You could tell he's a huge fan of Future. You could tell he's a huge fan of Thug. Huge fan of all of those guys. He sounds like it a lot throughout these last couple songs.
Absolutely.
He does it on PND 3 too, a lot.
Yeah.
On PND 3. Does it on PND 3 a lot as well. Again, she loves my style, the way that I sound, love the way that I talk, love the way that I hang. God made no mistake, God done came a long way. Come on, man, that is a rich. Now that you think about it, that is a rich.
Yeah, I did not pick up on that. Like when I was doing the re-listen, I just played it like I normally play it.
Yeah.
But now that I hear it out loud, I was like, I literally had deja vu to what we were covering on Throwback last month. I'm like, this flow is kind of Quanish.
His influence is massive.
Yeah,
bro. Like it's massive, especially like not only just here, just throughout rap at that time. I wish you could go back to that period just to appreciate it more. But I definitely appreciate it through this song. I like Bout It. I feel like he could have ended the song here though, or ended the album here.
And the album here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Muse is cool. I think I ended up coming into Muse probably like in the later couple years. Muse was just like one of the ones I didn't have.
Lucy that he just slapped it at the end. It wasn't even my favorite Lucy that he put out, but it made me wonder like, okay, like we got it, but like I get like at the time people was just putting the single at the end for streaming purposes.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. So I think the last two ends on a nice little vibe.
Nice sultry note. And again, this is where I stand with PND and his production. I think that I enjoy his production here and in PND 3 more than I've liked it in a long time. I think my cutoff is maybe Colors.
In the past few years?
I think my cutoff is Colors.
Colors 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. Did you like Colors 2?
It was okay, but nothing beats Girl from Oakland.
And what do you say?
Yeah, like
to a girl. Or was that Let's Get that was not
Let's Get Married, I think.
Was that at the end of Let's Get Married?
Let's Get Married. Like I blame you. 5 for 530.
We get West District around that time.
Yes, we do.
Drake flips that at the end of what was the shit that he dissed Tyga on If You're Reading. 6 p.m. in New York?
Wait, West District?
Nah. Drake takes a piece of West District. Because remember, he was like, young nigga from the city.
No, he takes he makes West District into
Days from the East.
Yeah, Days from the East.
Days from the East. Yeah, he did it from Days from the East, but then he also said young nigga from the city at the end of If You're Reading. He's like, you gotta love it.
Yeah. Because I mean PND had a lot to do with that tape too.
With Legend, what else? Obviously Wednesday Night Interludes on there, big moments for Party, but Party's in a little bit of a SoundCloud moment. We get Colors. Colors was great. We get the Lucy that end up making their way into Party Pack. So Party Pack ends up taking care of
Party Pack's a classic too. Holy shit.
If you take a look at those things and
that's from that same period in between these albums. All of these came out. Like West District came out like literally the winter right before I left.
Yep. Candy with Nipsey, Cuffed Up with Quavo. Those first 5 are just like so
insane.
Yeah.
And then, that pocket is like his best pocket to me. Like I feel like he kind of touches on it a little bit during PND 4. But I think like PND 3 was. What's your thoughts on that before we get out of here?
I liked PND 3 a lot more than I think most did. It's
probably his weakest album to me.
When people heard PND 3, I think that was the consensus. People were just like, man, this is a little bit of a difference compared to what it was in 2014. On top of that, I remember talking to you at the time. We didn't really like what was going on with
Kalani, Kyrie,
Problems and Selfless. Yeah,
Problems and Selfless was
everything was going on Instagram at the time. I think Kalani's attempt at the time was right before PND 3 came out. And
that was just messy all around.
Completely messy all over. Crazy Instagram post. And looking at interviews, if you were to look at that currently and see what Party talked about that in 2016, he was just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody looks at me like that and thinks I'm like this bad guy. And I was like, well, I mean,
you made a song about it.
Yeah, you definitely were putting the mask on at the time. If you're not a bad guy, you definitely had the mask on.
Yeah.
So PND 3, I think there's, like he said, I think I agree with him as far as when he says his mom actually ended up becoming a fan of PND 3 because there's a lot of different West Indian influences that.
She ain't heard Problems of Selfless.
No, she probably didn't. But Don't Run is crazy. High Hopes is crazy. Not Nice is crazy. I thought that cartel flip was amazing.
Don't Run is nuts.
Only You is good. Don't Know How is crazy. Joy, I think, is a great song.
1942.
1942 is crazy. You've Been Missed is
nuts too. He was calling Kalani there. This is all to me. PND 3 seemed like a I had some controversy. Let me address it. Type album, and that's what a lot of it was. I mean, it's got Come and See Me for Once, NBA 2K classic.
I forgot that was on 2K.
Like it has a lot. You know, there's records on there, but I don't think he hit his stride. Party Mobile is something I liked a lot more than most too. But I think he's really in a stride right now. PND 4 to Sexy Songs for You is like, I'm like, okay, I want to hear more from him.
What about that time that he was just like, yeah, guys, Club Atlantis is on the way, and we had to wait forever, and we didn't even. That. Yeah, he had an album. He was like, yeah, man, Club Atlantis. The cover came out and nothing ever dropped. But he gave us the EPs at that 2017, 2018 time. Colors 2 came out. I love Colors 2. 7 Days.
Did not like 7 Days.
I was all right on 7 Days.
That's the one, the Halsey?
The Halsey record.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't feeling it.
Wait on the time.
You listen to anything. You will literally listen to anything.
You blow my mind. I love Halsey, man. Black legend.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, that is PND 1, PND 2. What is your consensus, Mark?
PND 1, I could probably do Eyes Closed from track 1 all the way to track 10.
Classics or not? Classics or not?
Oh, 2 classics, yes.
2 classics.
By all means.
2
classics by all means. Stamped
on ThrowBLKs. Where are we going next month? Oh, I know where we're going next month.
To Atlanta, Georgia.
We're going to Atlanta.
Yep.
We're doing next month, and next week we're going to do T.I. King. Got stories about that.
There's a lot of ways that we could tie in the actual movie of ATL as well. Maybe we'll do that.
Maybe we could do that as well because King did come out the same day as ATL came out. There's a lot of controversy with this album too. We're gonna get to the bottom of who was he talking to when I'm talking to you.
Do niggas even know? I don't even know. Do people know? 20 years later, has anybody asked, who are you talking about? I'm talking to you.
We don't know. We don't fucking know. And that's really the long and short of it is nobody fucking knows who he's talking to. But we're going to try and get to the bottom of it next month on ThrowBLKs when we talk about T.I.'s King 2006. We're putting our fucking big ass jeans on. Big fitted caps,
2006 fits,
Lux tees, XXL.
Can we actually do that? I might have a do I have my Jay Rich jersey?
I have no big clothes.
I don't think I have my Jay Rich throwback, my Warriors throwback. I would have thrown.
We could probably throw some throwback pictures of that time up though.
Do I have photos from 06? I wish I kept the camera more frequent in 06, but I didn't.
I definitely had myself wearing some LRG and shit like that from back in the day. But we're going to talk about that, Pimp C's return on this album, all of that and more on ThrowBLKs next month. But make sure you tune in, my guys, to Don't Steal This Podcast next week. We're going to be back next week with another episode of Don't Steal This Podcast. And thank you guys for listening. Shout out to everybody that subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on Patreon, and we'll see you guys next time on ThrowBLKs. Peace out.
Peace.